The next thing we're going to talk about is KDP, Amazon KDP, and becoming a published author of a book. Okay, everybody has a book inside them, is what they were always told me, right? And I use a tool called BookBolt. Okay, now I said everybody has a book in them, but people are making a lot of money with low. Well, they used to say no content books. Okay, but now it's low content books, and it's journals, it's puzzle books, it's crossword puzzles, it's Sudokus, it's comic books, just blank panels, comic book blank, so people can make their own comic books. You name it, all kinds of stuff. Okay, and through BookBolt's a research tool. You can research KDP. You can find the bestsellers. You can find their titles, their covers, their book covers, their thumbnails, their keywords, all their stuff, all their analytics that they're using to rank on Amazon KDP. You can model yourself after them and you can find obscure niches. Okay, so everybody's writing a diary for nurses or a journal for nurses, but not everybody is writing a journal for cardiac nurses or specific jobs, right? A maintenance guy, but you might be like a plumbing maintenance guy, or you might be a roofing. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, you find out the specific thing. Okay, I always say nurse because there's so many different kinds of nurses, but something like that where people say fireman, but maybe it's volunteer fireman. Okay, or maybe it's I don't want to give away. Brainstorm your own ideas. I'm not here to give you ideas, but I'm just trying to point you in the right direction. So you use the tool to find obscure niches. All right. Now the cool thing about Amazon KDP, is it's so easy to become a bestseller. If you find the right niche, okay, you could find an obscure niche that you could become a bestseller in by getting like 5 sales, right? And you could manipulate it by having your friends buy the book. Right? Or if you have a Facebook group, you could say, hey, buy the book, you put it out there, this is the book, or whatever following, whatever audience you have. Maybe you get 5 sales in a certain niche, you could become a bestseller. Once it's a bestseller, it gets the bestseller rank, the tag on it, right? Then you can probably run some ads to it for like $5 a day and start killing it, right? Some of the research I was doing, people are making off of one low content book hundreds of dollars a month on each book, and they're putting out, like I'm putting out one book a week right now. I wanted to put out one a day, but I got so much going on. I'm averaging about one a week. I've been doing it for a few weeks now. It takes time for everything to get approved, get caught up in the algorithm, get placed, and all that stuff. So I haven't had enough analytics to release anything yet, but I'm getting close. And I'm going to run ads to some of the books to see if that makes any difference. But let me show you BookBolt quickly, because I said I would. There you go, BookBolt. Okay, so BookBolt, that's it right there. So these are all the tutorials. It's easy to use, but it's got every tutorial you could think about. It's got an app called KDP Spy. It's got the tutorials here. It's got you can research products. This is the research. So you can research sellers. You can find out. Now, what's good about researching sellers is you can find out how many books a seller has. If it's in a certain niche, how many sales they're getting for each book, how much money they're making every month. You can find out all of that kind of stuff, and you can model yourself after good authors, right? The cloud is good. We're going to go to the cloud and search. The Book Scout is also good. You can go there and put the ASIN number into the Book Scout, and it'll give you all the information on the book, the keywords, everything on there, right? The categories that they're in, all the stuff you need to rank. You got favorites, you got keywords. This is great right here. Down here is the KDP categories. You can, I don't know if you can see this. I might be in the way here, right? I might be in the way. Yeah, I'm in the way. But right under where my body is, is the KDP categories. And you put in the keyword, it'll tell you what you put in the book title, and it'll tell you what categories it should be put in. And then KDP Spy is an app, a tool that you can use. Now let's go to the cloud. All right, go to the cloud. Now it's going to give you. You can search for whatever you want to search for. Top 100, top 500, bestseller rank here. You can the category notebooks, journals. So we're going to just search notebooks. The price range up to $100. We're not going to put a keyword in because we want to do a broad search, but you could put a keyword in if you have a niche. If you wanted to do nurses or whatever, right? So let's search it. Didn't take no time at all. Now it's going to tell you, let me close this over here. All right. So now it's going to tell you all the best-selling books in the notebook category, right? It's going to tell you the price, bestseller rank, estimated monthly sales. Okay, so this one's making a 474 sales for this book. Shit, I can't remember. Can you make a book like that? It's just a notebook people write stuff down in, right? Uh, it's got all kinds of different keywords and stuff that you can find. You can find all that stuff out. All right, and there's the description. You can shows you the description. Now you can go in here, and it's going to show you the price, what the price was on every day of the month or the year, and it's going to show you the bestseller rank. You can see how the bestseller rank is fluctuating on this book, right, back and forth. And you can do all kinds of research, figure out what's selling, what's not selling, what you need to do to get your book to sell, right? Really, really helpful tool. And this is just one little search that I did, right? We'll go back to tutorials. That's the research aspect. It's got all of those research tools, okay? But it also has a creator tool, right? And I'm probably going to expose myself here. It's probably going to show you the book that I just put out. I shouldn't share it with you, but here it is. All right. So, so this is the cover. So you made a. They have a thing to make the cover. It gives you. It's already got the template on there. So things to do when I die. It's an end of life journal, right? And of course, every page, I made all of this. This book belongs to, right? And you've got different pages on here, accounts, 401k numbers, stocks, right? This is just a journal on somebody that wants to have all their affairs in order. So if they die, their wife, their family, their husband, their kids can take care of all their affairs. Now all the templates that they have, if you want to make puzzle books, crossword books, other Sudokus, and it's got all your pages in here for weight loss, for you name it. It's got every kind of tutorial you've got, any kind of template, okay? And you can make your book, and you can add pictures. I added some prayer quotes at the bottom of some of the pages, right? Pretty cool, right? Easy password tracker so people can get into all your emails and stuff. I don't know if you've ever had someone close to you pass, and trying to get into their stuff is sometimes a nightmare. So this was just an idea that I had. It was actually from research that I did from a book. Hey man, thanks about that, Abdul. I did that in that app, downloading something from actually from Google, but I made sure I searched something that was commercial free or commercial approved, so I could use it. So there was going to be no copyright stuff. And then of course you're going to put that up there. Now based on the title and subtitle, the cover. And that cover is dark. I was playing around with that, Abdul, because I wasn't sure that it was going to grab attention, right? But I wanted to be serious because it's a serious subject. But I also wanted to be stop the scroll attractive type of thing. So the keywords, the title, the subtitle, the cover, and of course the category that it goes in. Now you can choose the category that it goes in, and like I said, if you find an obscure category, right, that doesn't take a lot of sales to get bestseller, that's what you're trying to get, and you put one of these books out. If you could put one book out a day, right, and if this is all you're doing, right, you put one of these books out a day. It took me about 2 hours, an hour to get everything set up, all the clip art I wanted, all the stuff I put it together, and then go into the tool and put it together, right? But it took me a little longer to do the research to figure out what book I'm going to do, what niche, what journal. There's journals, there's notebooks, there's all kinds of stuff, right? Diaries, puzzle books, all that kind of stuff, right? And you put one out a day. Give it 3 months. So now you have 90 books out there, okay? Now, if you go with the 80-20 rule, right, that everybody seems to say is a thing, 80-20 rule is, out of your efforts, 20% of your efforts are going to be your money makers, right? So if you have 20% of the 90 books um, selling, making sales, you're going to start making some money, and it's all volume. So now, again, 3 years from now, you're going to have 600 books, right? And 20% of the 600 books are going to sell, right? So, and I just showed you those bestsellers. They were making 400 or 500 a month sales. Now they're averaging probably $2-3 a book. All right. So they're making $800 per book. All right. Now they might have 5 books that are selling out of 90 books. Right. So that's a couple of grand a month just on low content books. Now it's not a guarantee. I'm not telling you anything. It's not a guarantee. You still have to get the keywords right. You still have to get the title right. You still have to get the category right. You still have to get the title right. And this is things that you're going to test, right? You're going to change. You can always put out another book. Okay, that didn't work. I'm going to put out the same type of book, but I'm going to put a different title. I'm going to try different keywords. I'm going to do a different thing. I'm going to do a different cover, right? And you Frankenstein stuff together that works until you get the perfect book, right? That's what you do, all right? So that's Book Bolt, okay? Very, very, very good tool to make money with KDP. And KDP ain't going anywhere. Okay, KDP ain't going anywhere. They're paying out a lot of money. And if you do have a book in you, if you do have a nonfiction or a fiction book in you, by all means, you can publish it on KDP, and people are making good living publishing these books on KDP.